Next is from Gino Young, and the subject is Elton John. At the Forbidden Door media scrum, Tony Khan seamlessly gloated about the fact he paid more than a wrestler's salary to get the rights to use Final Countdown for Bryan Danielson's entrance. Also for AW Collision, the theme song is Saturday Night's Alright for Fighting by Elton John. Why? Right now, Elton John is on a farewell tour, and it's the highest grossing tour of all time. It's almost made $900 million, and there's still more to come. There's no way that Tony Khan got to license that song for anything below seven figures. Why? It's not like Elton John is plugging AW like how Metallica plugged WWE for using their stuff on TV or video games, etc. My question is, what exactly does this add to wrestling? I see guys like Bischoff, Cornette, etc. raving about the song usage for some reason. The song is good, but it's not going to bring in ratings. It's not going to make matches better. It's not going to make up for the zero storylines going on. I can understand this or why Tony Khan is spending all this money on real songs for entrance music, considering that's not helping anyone. Please explain this to me, guys. Gino, do I have to explain to you, okay, that when Gino obviously doesn't have like billions of dollars. Okay, so the cost of the song is probably as insignificant to a guy that has billions of dollars as that Gino Young could comprehend here.
Plus, not only that.
Also,
yeah.
Go ahead.
You say it's not helping anyone. That everything doesn't have to be to help somebody. It's another part of the show that makes it more enjoyable. When you able to get, if your show's on Saturday and you're fighting, you can get a song Saturday Nights All Right for Fighting by Elton John, which a lot of people know that song.
I think it's a good song to open the
That's
show.
Cool. Right.
It's a cool song.
Right.
It's a decent song for an open. You know what I always thought? I always wonder why the song Cherub Rock by Smashing Pumpkins, why Billy Corgan never used that for the open. It's a great song. Joe, pull up Cherub Rock. Okay? I want people to, because I don't know if a lot of people remember this song. This is, and I'm going to give you my synopsis of why I think this song would be a great song to open a show. Okay, we'll get back to this. All right, but when you get it, let me know. Also, all right. So next is who we got here? We got 8 more left. This is from Vin2625. The subject is question for the K100 podcast. Well, that's us. Hey guys, wonder if you had any insight on Anarquia, Anarquia, Anarquia. What is it called?
Anarquia, I think.
Ooh, from TNA.
Anarquia, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was teamed with Hernandez, Sarita, and Rosita. Who? He literally had no offense in his matches and pretty much getting jobbed the whole time. His final match was a complete squash from Kurt Angle. He pissed people off backstage and even know how to wrestle. This video pretty much sums it up.
Okay, just so you know, remember I told you that Rosita was in LAX once? That's Selena.
Oh, that's Selena.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't even want to watch this because the guy's obviously a jobber. All right.
Oh, this is a whole. This is 25
what is it now?
25 minutes long.
Yeah, forget it. No, the guy's a jobber. That's the guy. The guy didn't. He was a jobber. That's the.
And please, I'm going to remind you guys again. If you're going to send anything, it's got to be 2-3 minutes top. Okay.
All right. So next is from James Tandell, and the subject is question for Conan and Joe about disco. Okay, this is a question for you two about me. Okay. Hey K100, this is my first email to your show, so I'd like to ask a question of Conan and Joe Feeney. When Disco Inferno talks about AEW and it's not all praise, the AEW fans say the most insane stuff about him. I mean, your YouTube comment section is a war zone. Yet Bischoff has said way, way worse than Disco. Eric Bischoff has flat out called CM Punk and said about a year ago that Tony Khan writes his shows like a. So why do you think that Disco gets more hassle online than Eric Bischoff? Also, guys, I don't know if you've seen any of the footage yet, but your ex-boy Billy Body has been a total at the WWE hotel in London. He's so obnoxious as almost as if he's a living cartoon. All right. The question is for you. Why do I get so much heat and Eric doesn't?
I think, from my perspective, you invite it more. I think you poke the bear a little bit more. Like you want that discourse and interaction. So you're looking for it. Eric doesn't go ham on Twitter like you do every now and then, you know?
Conor, you have a comment?
I really don't know because I'm not on Twitter that much. I just think that you've got a reputation and it's very hard to get out of it, you know. And because I know most of the time they don't even listen to what you're saying. Sometimes you do stuff where I'm like, okay, he's gonna get heat for this, but you stand by it, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, we're living in a generation where, people want to pile on and bully and cancel and, be judgmental and virtue signaling and trigger warnings and group hugs,
Next is from Ben. Subject is Dominic. What's up, Disco and Joe? The question is for Conan. You hear about how MJF is the only heel that stays in character, but Dominic maintains his persona outside the ring as well. It's refreshing to see. Is this Conan's input, or is it Ray or Dominic himself? Well, I'm gonna make a comment here, and I hope Dominic's listening to this. And I would not have done this, Dominic. Okay, Dominic maintains his character on social media. All right. However, okay, hang on a minute. However, okay, like his Instagram page, okay, he's got 709,000 followers. It's him and it's all character stuff. Him and Rhea Ripley, a lot of backstage shots, but him and Rhea. Well, today Dominic posted, "Happy birthday, beautiful 26, looks amazing on you, te amor, mi amor." He posted a picture of his girlfriend on his Instagram page, on the same page that has all the stuff with him and Rhea and stuff. Right? I would not have done that.
But him and Rhea they're not supposed to be a couple, are they?
On TV, they are. So, bro, he's like staying true to the character 100% on Instagram, and now, except today, he's showing his real girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I would not. That's just my advice. I would not have done that. I don't think it's necessary unless his girlfriend, maybe he's getting a little upset looking at her boyfriend's Instagram page and seeing Rhea Ripley and everything, and she maybe wanted him to post something about her every once in a while. So, which could absolutely be true, So, what do you think about that, Conan?
That could be true. She's a really, really, really nice girl.
She's pretty hot too,
but it could be
very
true.
Attractive. Yeah. Interesting. It could very well be true. But you're doing good for yourself, Dom. So, but I would not, if you're gonna stay in character on your social media.
Yeah, you should have been pushing off a bridge or something. Yeah.
Right. Just don't stray from that, because
happy birthday. Don't fall too far.
Like you're exposing the business. I don't like so. All right. So next is from where were we at here? Oh,
William Molina.
Where the hell did I go? I lost my. Oh, here we go. All right. Next is from William Molina Jr. And the subject is giving thanks to the main eventer. Good afternoon, K100. How accurate is the folklore and rumors surrounding wrestlers going to the main eventer or main eventers of a wrestling card after the match or during the show to express gratitude for drawing the house? Bro, a lot. We never did this as a shoot. Okay? And the funniest thing was, if the house was not good, and the guy, you would go to the guy and say, "Hey, thanks for the house," sarcastically. I think it was there was a period of time there where WCW wasn't doing good, and I think we had a house show running maybe it was Peoria, Illinois, or Rapid City, Michigan. Just kind of like B cities, right? And Booker T had just won the belt, and he was on top against Sid. And so me and Book always used to rib each other pretty good, right? So Book would be like, "Hey, you're welcome for the house." And then I looked outside. He's like, "Yeah, thanks, Book." It's there's nobody. We were just joking.
That was another running joke. "Hey, thanks for the payday." Yeah,
right.
Same thing. Yeah, right.
But you would always, but nobody would ever put a guy over if the house is good. Thanks for the house. If the house is bad, you always want to go, "Hey, thanks for the house tonight."
Right.
Did it evolve from what was once a real custom, though? Because guys like Hogan and Brett say that that would happen. They would be thanked by the other wrestlers in WWE for the house. Or is that just
no, that's difficult. Well, bro, the thing was, we didn't give a, because we were getting paid the exact same every two.
Right. They were getting a percentage. So if the house was good, everybody was like, "Hey, thanks for the house." Yeah.
Yeah, because your check would be like you're making $900 on a B town, and you're wrestling in the Garden, and it's sold out, and you're making $5,000. It's like you go to the guy, right? "Hey, thanks for the house."
Is that something that happened in Mexico a lot?
Yeah.
When you were on top, you would get thanked.
Yep.
Would Vampiro ever get thanked for the house a lot?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. He was a big draw.
I got to tell this story. This is the funniest. the funniest Norman Smiley story I think I've ever heard is, Norman and Vamp were like, would you consider Norman Vamp's only friend, or did Vamp had other friends?
Yes.
But he was like
Him and a guy called Bob Barnett that was like a photographer in LA. Those were the only two friends I ever met.
Really? Okay, so Norman still to this day speaks highly of. He speaks.
Right.
He likes.
But when we get together, we just trade stories and laugh.
Let me tell you one of the stories. This to me is the funniest story. This shows you like how Vamp was just always so full of shit and everything, but it was hysterical, right?
Right.
So they went to they were driving, okay, and they were driving together, and they were working against each other in the main event. They were doing a loop, but they were driving together, right? And Norman, like when the match is over, like he was in the babyface locker room, so he goes over to the guy, hey, can I get my pay? And the guy had 2 envelopes, and so the promoter goes to Norman, said, which one's mine? He says, well, either one, but they're both the same. Okay, so it was him and Vamp. There's 2 envelopes. They took the envelope. So when they got in the car,
I know this story. I know this. Yeah.
In the car, it's like Norman says like, hey, like Vamp was like, how much did you get? He's like 1,000, and Norman goes, how much did you get? He's like 1,500.
Right.
It's like his best friend. He had to put one over on him and then tell a lie, just to, like, make himself seem like he was more over than he was, right?
Wow.
So,
Well, not only that. Wait 1 second. When Vamp came into WCW and we were doing those Disney tapings.
mm-hmm.
Now this is his best friend. Magic beat him in a match.
Right.
And he told him, hey, that's the first time you've ever beaten me in like 8 years. Okay, and?
like they were real, It's like,
right.
right. Oh my god! All right, so next is from what's going on here in my MLB TV?
But let me just say real quick, we are cool now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Interesting.